Everybody, welcome to, I think it is the fourth hot seat. It might be the fifth. I've lost track a little bit over the Christmas break, but let's call it the fourth. We've had two people on every hot seat. It's a little bit fly by the seat of your pants. Sue and Sharon, who are my guests tonight, don't know what we're about to look at, don't know the script or the monologue. We're just going to see how they go. Sharon literally has actually no idea what this is. I just roped her in, and she
Good on you, Sharon.
It's a complete surprise to her. For those of you who are watching, please feel welcome to interact. I have it on other devices, ask questions. You can pass on your comments. Applause is obviously always welcome, and I'll share that with these two. Encouragement, words of encouragement. Depends on what kind of personality, what kind of communication style. I thrive on encouragement.
I'm extrovert. Give me everything you've got.
That's it. What are we going to do tonight? This is pretty much the groundwork I always do also in my mastermind. Frame up this as well. This is what I teach in my mastermind. This is what I teach whenever I'm live in my live events. I was saying to Sharon before you jumped on, Sue, that it feels easy. It's meant to look easy, like a magic trick, but it's taken 30 years to work this magic trick out. How to elevate your delivery. And the importance of elevating your delivery is, how do you stand out? How do you make sure that what you are saying is being heard, it's landing, it's being remembered? And with tonight is, I want this, it's a monologue. I want this monologue to feel like it's the first time that you've ever read it. Remember, it's a pretty famous monologue. You might know it when I show it to you. We've had Nelson Mandela. We've used Dr. Seuss, something, a passage from a Dr. Seuss. We've had a couple of other little things. I can't remember what they are now, but we're going to elevate your delivery. And we're also going to do it in what I would call a conversational reality, meaning that we're not pushing, we're not pushing it. Okay, so if you, all you have to do really is take my guidance, and then I'll guide you as we go. For those of you who are watching, you'll see what tools I'm giving them, why I'm giving them to them, to Sue and Sharon. How to use them, why you'd use them, and when you'd use them, so you can use them whenever you want. All right. Now, the fun part. I do have backup if this one doesn't work. I hope I haven't made my night really hard. Okay. The top one there. For anyone who's watching, if you know what this is, you can put it into the comments. Let me know. All right. Sharon, Sue, do you know what this top piece
I know the top piece.
Sue, do you know it?
I think it comes from a movie.
Yeah, it does.
But I couldn't tell you exactly which movie.
I'm just going to do charades and go, sounds like, it's one word, and it sounds like, I'm a barman. I'm a barman.
Shake.
Taken with Liam. Is it Liam
Neeson?
Liam Neeson.
Right.
Here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very iconic piece. It's been parodied a lot. It's used in memes. It's a big piece. I was looking through monologues today and I saw that and I was like, oh, that looks fun, and it looks like a little bit of a challenge. Okay. Now, Sue and Sharon, you're obviously not Liam, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this your way. All right. Feel free, anyone who's watching, to comment. Okay. So Sharon, let's start with you because you're probably the most nervous here. So let's play with that. All I want you to do is I want you just to read it with nothing behind it. Don't imitate Liam. Just do your thing and read it. And this is just to get you familiar with it. Okay, just give it a whirl. There's no pressure on this one at all.
Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
It sounds so good, that last part coming from you. It's a great line. It's like, how can we deliver this last line? And I will kill you. All right, Sue, same for you. Just run through it just to get relax and get that out.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
That sounds really fucking serious coming from you, doesn't it? I felt that. Okay. The baseline of all our work is also going to be authenticity. And I know that sounds strange because we're using a film script here, but the baseline is authenticity, which is the not projecting part. Let the tools do the work for you. That's actually great advice to start off. I don't know why I didn't mention it earlier. Allow the tools to do all the work for you. Okay, so you won't need to push. And I wrote this about authenticity. I think I posted this just the other day. Is you'll find that an audience isn't greatly moved by the act when we layer things, when we push, but instead feel greatly more by the purity of the act. Okay, they feel more by the purity of the act. It's where does this come from? So allow the tools to do all the work for you, and for you just to sit back in the chair and allow it to be conversational reality. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. I'm gathering, Sharon, you want to go first?
Yeah, happy.
Okay. So the first tool that I normally always give to people, and what I love about is the pause. And what I love about the pause is you don't have to do anything. It is literally you doing nothing. It's the beauty of it. Now, if you think about a pause when we're delivering in a video, a keynote, you're delivering a workshop, a webinar, your TEDx, the pause allows you space in between the words to connect with your audience. The pause also allows you to break the pattern that your audience is used to hearing in someone's vocab or their voice. So the brain craves novelty. So what we're going to do through this exercise is make your voice novel. We're going to keep creating ever-changing landscapes with your voice. And the pause, people don't pause enough. And I was saying this on an interview today, is some people have this ability to force you to speak too much. I don't know if Sue, you get that, or Sharon, you get that, but there's types of communication styles that are very silent and strong. And in that silence, people can freak out and keep talking. And what happens when you keep talking is you can talk your way out of a sale, because that person's thinking, if you talk like this all the time, like I don't want to, I want to go find somebody else. We can over-articulate things and muddy the waters. We can talk too much and start going out on our own tangent and go off what it is that we're at our point. Now, what you need to remember with a pause, it's probably the only thing you really need to remember here, is that the pause needs to be full of intention. The pause has to be full of intention, meaning there has to be something happening in that pause. It can't be just counting 1, 2, 3. The pause has to be full of intention, meaning, and this can be intention. I'm reading this to you, Sharon, and I'm just fucking with you. That's my intention. That's it. I'm messing with you because you know I hadn't finished my sentence, but you were hanging on that piece. So think of it. Think of it an auditorium. You're on stage. You've got people in front of you. You're able to not finish what you were going to say or complete the sentence. You're just breaking that pattern. You're creating an ever-changing landscape. You're building, if your intention is there, you literally just can look around people and it's like you're pulling them off their edge of their seat. And then when you want, you push them back into their seat. Well, that's a change of pace. We'll come to that. So, Sharon, the first thing that I would put in here for you is a pause. Do you want to tell me this first line here? There's no right place to put a pause, but where in this first sentence, in fact, this first piece here, where would you like to put your pause? If you want help, just ask me too. Yep.
You could put it in a number of places.
Can we try one here just for
that's what I was going to ask. In the middle of a sentence.
Yep. Because you're breaking the pattern. Think about it here is I don't know what you want.
Okay.
So it changes it. It leaves them hanging on the what, especially when you've gone, I don't know who you are. I don't know what. The brain is going, you're matching the rhythm of that last sentence. So the brain is expecting you to do it the same. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you, let's put another one there.
Okay.
Does that feel good to you?
That feels good.
Okay. Give it
do it, but let's try it.
Give it a whirl. You don't need to do anything to it except let those pauses do the work for you. There's lots of people watching, by the way, so don't make me look bad here. Make this look good. You can't screw this up. Just give it a go. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money.
Very good. That's good. Now extend those pauses.
Okay.
And this is the signal for you to come back and finish them. Is I'd like you to feel a little bit uncomfortable in the length of the pause.
Okay. All right.
To make the pauses work, you might want to put a little bit of emphasis on that last word that encourages the listeners' minds to think you're about to finish that sentence.
Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money.
Very good. Changes it. Very good. I'm going to add. Can I move? I'm just going to shift over to Sue. Can you give this a whirl as well?
The same sentences.
Same sentence. Yeah, same sentence.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money.
Nice. Slightly more pause in the first one and definitely lengthen that second one. what's going to be your intention in that pause? What's the intention here? It can be as simple as I'm messing with the way that you're hearing this.
Yeah. I guess you're wanting the listener to start questioning.
Yeah. Like it's, yeah, so more of a pause, slightly more on that first one, but really leave, I can tell you, because you're really going, I can tell you. It's like if you imagine, I can't remember how he delivered it, but I can tell you, because on stage you could walk from the back of stage and you could walk all the way up to the front, hanging on that line, and you could look at everybody and take your time. No one's going anywhere. That's the beauty of live, especially when you close the doors. It's rude to leave, so that you've got this captive audience. I can tell you. You can do whatever you want. Have a sip of water. I don't have any money. So try to give that a have another go.
Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money.
Nice. You guys have, that last line seems to suit both of you. I can tell you I don't have any money. It's like I don't have any money. Maybe you're just telling the truth. I don't have any money. Maybe that's just, maybe it just flows off the tongue too easy for us. Okay. You've come to the wrong place. You've robbed the wrong person. I don't have any money. Okay. Now let's go to this meteor paragraph down here. So where would you place your pauses down here? Pause or pauses?
I would put one after have on the first line.
Nice. Yep.
And maybe one after me, skills that make me.
Yeah, okay, great. Great. I am now going to add one more thing in. And this is going to be a change of pace, or it's sometimes easier to remember it as a gear shift. Okay, so after a pause, not always, but it feels right, is you can change pace. So remember at the beginning I said the pause can draw people forward. The changing of pace can push them back in their seat. And if we're going to slow down, which will be something else we do, changing the pace, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. It's just two. It's a slow and a fast. When you really slow something down, then it's nice to speed something back up. That's the landscape changing. What am I going to use? I'm going to use a yellow because that's what I always use. Okay. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. I feel like you need to draw that still out because it's the key to that whole line, isn't it? Skills I've acquired over a very long career, skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. So if you're okay, I'm going to that or A is in a really niggly place, but this yellow line is sped up. Okay, I'm putting an up arrow terribly, but you get the picture. Okay, so skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. So slow and then punch out of it. That's it. It's from first gear into second gear. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. And then punch out of that part as well. So these parts are faster with the yellow.
Mhm.
Don't worry, it gets more confusing as we go. Just let remember to let the tools do all the work for you. So I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. So I'm just letting the tools do the work for me. I'm not, it's conversational. The tools, skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. So all I'm doing there is slow, fast pauses, but that's doing everything for me. So,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you why you would use this as well. I still get nervous after 30 years. I still get nervous. And sometimes in the weirdest environments too, where I'm speaking to people and going, I have no idea why I'm nervous to speak to you guys. I've done this for so long. I've been in front of film crews and TV series shooting with so much pressure. And here I am up 30 years at 51 still going, why do I still get nervous? So when I go on stage, I let my voice do all the work for me while my nerves and everything calm down behind the scenes. So even though and often too, I will just tell people I'm nervous. I'll frame it up and say, I love the fact that I'm still nervous after 30 years. It tends to dissipate the nerves as well. Because when you are trying to be confident, you're projecting confidence, you're projecting it, which means you're losing authenticity. You're playing a character for the audience, and the character is confident, but you're losing you. And it only takes that day where you've had a bad sleep, you're jet lagged, a fight with your partner, your kid's been a little shit, and you turn up, or this is normal too, is people have too much coffee, and they turn up and they're jittery, and then you go on stage and you're jittery, but you've got to play this character. So you've got two things happening in your mind. You've got, I'm all jittery, they know I'm not in my best shape, I need to be something else. And then you're showing the audience what you think confidence looks like, but it's not confident, it's your act. It's never going to be as good as the real thing. So the voice will do the heavy lifting for you and find your way. Then I don't know what that meant, but there you go. Okay, Sue, I'm going to get you to go first. Go from the top right down to, that'll be the end of it. And then Sharon, I'm going to get you to dive in after Sue's.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills I have acquired over a very long career, skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
Nice. Just do that last piece for me. If you let, because this is really key, this is the key piece. If you let my daughter go now.
If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
So slow that, if you let my daughter go, that, like methodical with it. This is the piece that I need you to hear this piece really clearly. If you let my daughter go now, basically you're not going to die.
Yeah.
So try that slow, because at the moment you're not creating that contrast. If there's no contrast, there's nothing to hear.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, wasn't it? If there's no contrast, there's nothing to hear. So if you let my daughter go now, slow, methodical, threatening, that'll be the end of it. Try that.
If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
Nice. I can almost hear you threatening your children with that. If you let your sister go now, that'll be the end of it. All right. Okay, Wendy, I just want to acknowledge your what you've said here. If you were to ask me where I'd put the pause, I'd say personally prefer to be spontaneous and not pre-plan where I want to pause. Now, this is a great point, and what happens is that you're able to do that when you practice this enough and enough, because that's what craft is. It's that you have the tools And then when you've practiced them enough, you don't think about it. They're just firing as you're working. It's like a good actor, you know, you're not sitting in a scene on stage going, what do I do next? What tool can I use here? What can I do? It's just free flow. It's happening for you. That's the difference between the learning stage, which can feel clumsy, and a level of craft where all these tools are working for you. And then you're able to just be very present and work off what's happening in the room.
Yeah, and to that, Andrew, quick question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
After you've practiced, you know your content, not so much word for word, but you know the thread that you want to follow, you've got your framework. Depending on the audience that you're with and the day, your pauses potentially could change.
Yes, absolutely. Always. Yeah. When you're negotiating, or you always slow your language down slower than the person who's opposite you. It's how you calm someone, you ground them. The first place I always start when I'm pitching an idea, or especially even with a sales call, is I ground the other person. And I just do that by slowing myself down. Okay, slowing my speech down, and bringing them more to me than matching them.
Okay.
And the same if I'm in a meeting and pitching, and because you got people who are just they're all over the show. You know, they've been on their phones, they've got other things to think about. It's slow down, and then when you've got their attention, is now I can actually start working and pitching. Okay, Sharon.
Okay. All right.
Give that a go.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
Nice. See, it's doing the work for you.
Yeah.
It does the heavy lifting for you. So now we're going to add something else. So I've used pace, I've used pause. Okay, what I'm going to use is I'm going to highlight one word. And I'm going to show you how this works. This line here, I will not look for you. I just want you to, this is just purely process. I will not look for you. That's the only word I want you to, the sentence I want you to look at. Those 6 words. Sharon, I just want you to highlight, you're gonna have to say it 6 times, but each time say it highlighting a different word. I will not look for you. I will not look for you. So just go through it like that.
Okay. In order.
In order.
Okay. I will not look for you. I will not look for you. I will not look for you. I will not look for you.
I will not look.
I will not look for you.
Yep.
I will not look for you. I will not look for you.
I will not look for you. Yeah, this is just it's actually just an acting trick. And it's really lazy because all you're doing is taking a word, you pick up a script, you're like, oh my God, I don't have much time to prepare here. And you just highlight some words that you're going to emphasize. It's very simple, and it's the same that you can apply here to this monologue. So I am going to go change colors. Let's use a blue. That's going to be an emphasis on that word. I'm just throwing these in there, by the way. I'm not overthinking this. There you go. Ta-da! Okay, acquired over a very long career, skills that make me a nightmare public. It doesn't always have to work. This is process. I just want you to see how they work. Okay, and then we play with it. And I'm going to add one more thing too, if that's okay. There's words that lend themselves to feeling. Now, we get to choose the words that leave our lips. We get to give them the life that we want the audience to receive. Meaning, we get to choose how the audience receive our words. And not many people speak like that. We speak with a tendency as transactional. We're taught to speak transactionally. This is speaking with a craft. As soon as you start speaking with a level of craft, you already separate yourself from most people who get up on stage or do webinars or lives. This is why there's such a vast difference. I'm going to use the word chasm. Is it chasm? Chasm between TEDx and TED, because TEDx is your general person who's been given an opportunity, they've applied, and their story fits into the theme for this TEDx talk. As you know, it's a franchise. So when you go and watch TEDx, I don't know about everybody else, but I tend to be pretty dead by about the third or fourth one, and then you know you've got another 6 or 7 to go. And it's what it is, because that the speakers lack a level of craft. They can have an interesting story, but the delivery just doesn't keep you there. It's not engaging. And the parts of their story that they really should have you listen to, they're not emphasizing it, or they don't have a way to color it or to make it memorable or to stand out from the rest. So by the end of it, if their voice is staying the same and they're halfway through, you tend to forget what happened beforehand. So TEDx, and I've said this all over the Christmas holidays, is in 2025, your opportunity is going to come. It's going to happen for all of us. I'm going to get a gig. Sue, you're going to get a gig. Sharon, you're going to get a gig. Whatever that is, it doesn't have to be speaking, right? It's whatever. There's something that we want, and it's going to arrive. The opportunity is going to come, but if we're not ready, it's going to go to somebody else. Got a lot going on with my hands tonight. So if we're not ready, someone else is going to take it. And I learned that the hard way in TV. Until I figured out that I had to prepare and be ready. I called it being ring fit. You know, if you're going into a boxing fight, you don't start getting ready for the fight a week before. You're ready months. At least weeks, but more months. So if you know you want to do a TEDx as an example, then get yourself ready. Ensure that you've got a level of craft that when you walk on the stage, there's this bone deep sense of certainty that I've got this. And the audience can feel that because you're able to be playful and play on the stage and play in that limelight on the red dot. You're able to play instead of, I hope I don't screw this up. Instead of, I hope I'm good tonight, you go, I wonder just how good I'm gonna be tonight. There's a big difference. Okay, but where the hell was I? Feeling words, looping back around. This last one is a feeling word, and I'm gonna change color to my branding color, orange. Okay, a feeling word is a word that lends itself, that it feels like it, that you can make it sound like it feels. And I'm going to give you an example. Home. You want home to feel soft or homely, warm, inviting, safe. Safe would be the word. So if you were going to use the word home, you want that to ground. Give it some feel. The word feel is a great one as well. I can feel that. It's different than I can feel that. I felt that. I really felt that. So it's not trying too hard. It's just, it'll land differently. It creates, when words have a feeling attached to them, it creates more of a visceral experience for the audience, and experiences teach more than words. Like I got all the bloody quotes coming out tonight. Amen. Okay. So where would be a feeling word? And we're going to go all the way down to the end now. So we're going to work this whole piece. Where's a couple of feeling words? Nightmare. Ooh, can I point one out?
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare. Nightmare for people like you. Okay, to be fair, there's not a lot of feeling words in here. If someone is watching and you've spotted one, long would have been another one, long career. Acquired.
The only one that for me, I think, is at the end there, I will kill you. Kill.
Sorry, I've actually been not looking at this bottom line, this bottom sentence. I will kill you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I will kill you. Nightmare. Yep, Wendy, you're on it. Oh, of course, you're getting this a bit delayed. I will not pursue you, but if you don't, how can also look as don't, do, stop. They can be quite sharp, but if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you. The kill will do all the work for you. Okay, there's a lot here. So how I'd like you to approach this read is, firstly, pause. What was the blue was emphasize? Was it? Is that what the blue was? That's what it was. Yeah, it was highlight. It was. There was one word stand out.
Yeah.
Yellow was speed up, and nightmare was a feeling word, and kill was a feeling word as well. That's so do not expect to get this right on this read. I just want you to do this for the joy of it. I do literally in my mastermind elevator delivery, we do this to warm up every single session, because those little buggers, they don't practice as much as I'd like them to, so we have to keep coming back to it. Well, some of them do, to be fair. Trish, I know you're watching. You're a star student. Okay. Sue, you give this a go first, but walk through it. Walk through it.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you.
So you do this too easily. Okay, I've just added in some.
Ooh.
Oh, I know.
What do you mean you know? What are you doing now?
I'm speeding this whole back, the last line up. I will look for you, I'll find you, and I will kill you. I will not, because then I've got those pauses at the top. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you, because you're laying this out. But if you don't, I will look for you, I'll find you, and I'll kill you. You know what's beautiful about this is too, is you can see how, even with acting, you can see how when you have these tools as an actor, how they pick up a script and bring it to life. And there's some who do it really well. I'll tell you, just using their voice is Christopher Walken. And how he does it is he takes out all punctuation. Full stop, commas, nothing. Everything just flows into the, and he just stops where he wants, and that's very iconic to him. The other one is Al Pacino, who speaks with a iambic pentameter. A lot of actors use that as an iambic pentameter, just speak with a rhythm. Okay.
Interesting. It is interesting what the punctuation does, actually, and this is very interesting. Right, okay. Sue, well done. I think you did great there, because there's a lot. I'm looking at it going.
So Sharon, you're going to get another go, Sue. So Sharon, just walk through this one.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have, you'll have another go.
Okay. Right. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you.
Nice work. I'm really enjoying this. I was umming and ahhing. You know, when you're taking a little bit of a challenge or a risk with this, because it is an iconic, very, very iconic monologue. But you two are nailing it. And Wendy here said, Sue, as you spoke, I imagine you speaking through gritted teeth. Nice. And Gabrielle, you said you are a tough woman. What comes across that way. You're both sounding now like you're not to be messed with. Like and how you're methodically saying it now is very intentional. And that's the beauty of it. There's so much intention in everything that you're saying. Like nothing gets bypassed anymore. There's nothing transactional about it. Everything you're saying is intentional. It has a purpose, which is why I've said it. And that's the beauty actually of film scripts, is because there's no fluff in them. They've been stripped down to what is necessary to move this along. Or do you know what I mean? It's anyone, have you watched Yellowstone before?
No.
I've only just started.
Cowboys.
Cowboys with Kevin Costner, and I'm on to series 5 already, and I'm embarrassed to say that. But just about every shot that Kevin Costner is in and his son Casey is just 2 to 3 potent sentences and then change a scene. Every scene that they're in is just this beautiful. They're like these little monologues, short little pieces, but there's not a word wasted. And every word is every sentence is very potent. I love it. Okay, Trish said, Sharon, that was actually very scary. Well done.
Thank you, Trish.
Okay. Now for this one, just allow yourself to relax, and there's intention behind every word that you're saying here. None of these words are meaningless. They're all intentional. You're choosing to say them. And allow those pauses to go on as long as you want. Allow them to go on as long as you want until you feel right that this is how you want it to sound. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions about how I articulate? I'm not sure if I was completely clear.
All
So
good.
was that I'm not too sure. Yeah, Clint Eastwood was a master at minimizing and using pause as well. Okay, Sue.
Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you.
I'd like to be that person who tries to prank call you Sue or, or messes with one of your kids. I love it. I love it. That was very good.
I'm going to use this on the next sales call I get on the phone at home.
Yeah, do that. Do that. Very good. You get both of you I have to say you're both been very good at picking up what I'm putting down and inserting it into the read. And I like you're not pushing it. I think that's what the key is if you push it, you can hear it's pushing. It's like when you read children bedtime stories, you tend to push them. But when you pull back, they resonate more. It becomes more of a conversational reality. Okay, Sharon, just in your own time.
Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you.
Nice. I'm going to come straight back into this, and this time I want you to do this. This is the most enjoyable thing you've ever said. So what could you liken it to? Like what do you enjoy? Like what's something we enjoy telling people? It's like what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? I will not look for you, I'll not pursue you. It's doing it with this is just me trying something here. It's doing it the opposite. And only that last line, doing it in I will kill you. But you have to find it's like laughing now, like we're having fun. So just try those last two sentences. I will not look for you, I will kill you. Like it's a joke. Like it's just light entertainment. Sharon, do you want to go straight back into it?
The last two.
Yep.
I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
That would be a take. If you were on set, that would be something you'd lay down because you'd have this option.
Yeah.
But it's also it brings a whole different feel to it. I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sue,
it totally changes it.
Stu, do you want to give that one last burst?
Yeah.
You can just do it with a smirk on your face. It's just humorous. I will look for you.
Mm. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
Very, very good. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Very, very good. I'm going to bring you back up when I ask a couple of questions. How did that feel?
The whole
Sharon,
thing.
how did that feel? Was it different than you expected, considering you didn't know what to expect?
Yeah, completely different. And I think the difference in the short time, absolutely amazing. It feels very empowering
Mm.
to be
Yeah.
able to change words, change your own pace, deliver things differently, and like what a lot of stuff that can go on in a short space of time. Yeah.
And can you imagine then when you're pitching sales, keynote, TEDx, and these things, when these tools are happening for you instantly, I mean, it elevates your delivery above everybody else in that room. It makes you effortlessly different. That's
Yeah.
the point.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, when it's effortless in the way that you're delivering it, but for an audience, what they're getting is, I don't know why, but this person's really engaging.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
you'll get compliments like, oh, this is easy for you, though. You were just, you know what I mean? You're just born with that voice, or you just, you know what I mean? It's like this, it's
Mm.
actually an insult, but because they
Mm.
forget how much time and effort you've put into it and the craft,
Yeah.
but you're making it look easy.
Mm.
So what about you?
Really interesting. Because I have done this exercise with you, but not for a long time. And in a lot of the leading presenting that I've been doing of late, I use the pause quite a lot, and I've been getting really interesting feedback in one community environment where I do a lot of leading, and I always seem to get positive response, and that was really enjoyable or whatever. But I think tonight, for the first time, I really felt the power of doing not just the pauses, but that little up, the change in speed without projecting.
Yeah, without projecting is the key.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it's the first time I really felt that.
Mm.
Like really understood to let whatever whatever it is, pause or something else to do the work.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
If that's the thing you take away, is allow these tools to do the work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what that feels like. Yeah.
Effortless. Yeah, Sue and I met Sharon, well, properly, when we spent more time was at a retreat in Bali, which was a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite retreats.
Lots of good
Um,
memories of that.
I'd love to hear, for anyone watching, I'd love to hear what your main takeaway was. Before we leave, I'm going to do a workshop on authenticity in about 3 weeks. And why I say 3 weeks is because I need to write the landing page. That's why some of these things take time, don't they? So I'll put that up as an event, and you can register, but that'll be that's always a good one, because authenticity should be the baseline, not the end goal. And authenticity is where you create the connection with the audience. This is how you engage, but the connection is created through authenticity. And authenticity is a bit harder than just saying to someone, just be you. Authenticity has been the thread of my work since I started back in 1994. I can change this, 31 years now. It's always been the thing I've been most curious about, because directors would always say, well, just be you, Andrew, just be you. But what they really meant was, we're after a version of you, and it's not the one you've bought today, which effectively was just be me. but they didn't want that one. So what I learned was to be able to, when I figured it out, was like, you don't want just be me. You want, tell me what you want. Like, if you've seen me do it, tell me what version that was, and then I will deliver it now for you. I'll go find it. I'll go have a quiet word with myself and bring that back. But that's not just be me. Now, what happens when this is something else I wrote, and I'll leave you with this, is when you deny yourself being authentic on stage, you miss out on the magic. You've got two options. You can have certainty on stage, which is I know what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it, or you can have the magic, which is, this is how I'm feeling today, and this different state is going to influence my thoughts and how I articulate something. I wrote it far better here. Each different state you're in will influence another version of your truth. So I might have said it 100 times, but today I'm going to say it a different way. And often when I allow myself the space and the time between the words, I'll find a new way of saying it that unlocks another meaning to it.
Yeah.
So I take myself another layer deeper.
Mm.
You'll get new insights depending on the state you're in. So today is your lucky day. It's the day the magic happens for you.
Mm.
You have to trust that, because often we criticize ourselves for not being in the perfect state that we think we're meant to be in, but we're actually missing out. Okay, so a workshop on authenticity in a few weeks. I'll run another hot seat probably a couple of weeks after that. And for those of you who have been inquiring or want to talk about the mastermind, I'm going to drop a link into this live feed. Thank you, Sharon, for taking part and being such a good sport, considering you had no idea what you were walking into. And Sue, lovely to see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Always good to be working on speaking and all these wonderful techniques.
They are craft.